kick things off, can you just share with the audience a little bit about yourself and how you kind of got into the point where you are now?
Yeah, so I'm a local Long Island guy, from Massapequa, so about an hour away from the city, train ride. Pretty much grew up, played football my entire life. Played in high school, was afforded a great opportunity to play FCS at Bryant University up in Smithfield, Rhode Island. It's like about 20 minutes out of Providence. Uh, yeah, had 4 years there, great experience, and now kind of segue into coaching. So it's been a long journey, but I'm thankful for kind of every step of the way.
Nice. So you mentioned earlier that you graduated in 22. So is this your first or second year coaching?
Yeah, so this is my first year coaching. I completely was in a different route, a year ago from now. I was a business guy. I was in sales for years, sitting in the cubicle, and kind of just knew this wasn't for me. I really wanted to get back on the field and stuff, so made the switch over. And yeah, we're 2 games in, but it's been awesome. Getting to know the guys and just getting back on the field. Definitely different. Be on the sideline this time around, but I really love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, given the fact that you're a younger guy and also went into the business world not really knowing what you wanted to do, for somebody like that, what would you say, like advice wise? Like what really drew you to wanting to get back on the field?
Yeah, totally. It's just you just gotta find, what's your MO, like what's gonna get you out of bed in the morning. And I knew coaching was definitely in my blood. I for a while I kind of knew the college coaching route wasn't for me. But I knew high school, I feel like I could have a little bit more of an impact. That's when you can really like sharpen each kid's kind of tool belt, kind of work on some skills, even have a hand in recruiting. And like you said, just being a younger guy, I feel I'm able to really like relate to my kids and stuff. I'm 5 to 6 years older than most of the kids and stuff. So it's definitely a different type of relationship. They're not afraid to like talk about really anything, whether it's on the field or off the field. So yeah, it's been great.
Nice. So can you tell me more about that, like like a player coach relationship that you've had, and how that I guess close age has helped you both, I guess, on and off the field impact the kids.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely knew going into it they'd be a little like, oh, like who is this guy? He's a younger guy. Like is it hard to maybe want to listen to him versus like an experienced guy who's been around for like 20 plus years? But I think over time they've really come to respect my knowledge of the game. And the second you tell them you play Division 1, they kind of are like, oh, like this guy must know everything. But I myself, I'm still learning every day. I learn from them. It's a pretty synchronous relationship with each other and stuff. But yeah, I just feel there's a different comfort level. I had younger coaches when I was at Bryant, and I kind of felt the same way. It's just when someone's closer in age, there's just a different comfort level with them.
Yeah. So tell me more about your playing experience at Bryant. Like, how has that helped you get into coaching?
Yeah, for sure. So I came in freshman year, didn't play. Obviously, I had a really great older supportive cast of guys. It was probably the deepest D line room I've ever seen. I think we had like 4 fifth-year seniors. So I had definitely a lot of guys with a boatload of experience, kind of take me under their wing, show me the ropes, and kind of just give you the Bible of like, here's college football. Just absorb for this year, and then you'll kind of just learn as you go on. Sophomore year, went through an entire coaching change. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 coaches from the original ones who recruited me that stayed behind. So it was kind of a weird, situation. Not they didn't really know me. I know them. I found myself at the bottom of the depth chart going to spring, and you go from being the man in high school to being kind of a nobody, and you kind of get lost for a little bit. And so you can either choose, sink or swim. And I chose to swim. I was able to earn myself a spot in the rotation. Eventually started a game towards the end of the year and stuff. And then going to junior year, obviously COVID happened, so that was weird. It was kind of the fall. We just were doing a lot of it was basically like spring ball. We're just doing workouts the entire time. So it was nice to still stay in football mode, but definitely just you know, didn't feel right. And then fortunately we were able to get it 4 games uh in that spring. So I started those 4, and then my senior year started the rest. We went 7-4. We're a game shy of winning the Northeastern Conference. So definitely had its up and downs. There's a lot of adversity that we really couldn't control. Obviously, with a global pandemic, it's not really a something you can really tangibly like take care of, or whatever. But yeah, no, I loved every moment of it, and most of the guys are still some of my best friends to this day. So yeah, very fortunate.
Yeah. So obviously you played through some pretty significant adversity
Yeah,
in with COVID, and actually I was the same way. That was my senior
yeah.
year. So yeah, tell me more about that. What was it like, having to stick through not literally being able to play?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I remember this day over the summer. I was working at a local Mexican joint near me, and I remember getting the text there like, "Hey guys, the season just got canceled." I was just like, "Man, like, what's gonna happen? Like, what is this gonna be like?" And like our coaching staff was top notch, especially because I had another D line coach that year, so it was kind of another adjusting period, and they were just staying on top of us. Every day was a lift, every day was runs. We're still doing meetings, still, just sticking with it. It could have been very easy for them to kind of just let the leash off and be like, "Hey guys, like, you can be regular college students for a little bit." But I think it was just kind of a group mentality of we're going to persevere through this and we're going to stay prepared because the spring season was not like a guarantee. It was just something we were all kind of striving for and stuff. And the fact that we were able to really get even any games in, uh, you know, was a dream come true. And I mean, I can't even tell you like I remember our first game we played LIU, and we had like one or two guys test positive, and we can only go to LAU with like 35, 40 guys. So
Oh
it was
man,
just constant adversity all the time. But just the thought of being able getting to play, it was really what pushed everyone through, from the fall going into the spring.
yeah. So I think, I mean, that's something you've definitely, I'm sure, taken with you into
Oh, yeah, for sure.
coaching. So what, you know, I'm sure like any coach experiences adversity through the season. So like what what exactly have you taken from that experience? Like how have you applied that to coaching so far?
Yeah, for sure. So I can tell you right off the bat, Luhai, we are a small army. We carry maybe 30, 35 guys on the roster. So I like to make references to like the movie 300. We're like a small little band, but we stick together. We kind of have that group perseverance and like whatever it is we're gonna get through. So I mean, I can tell you yesterday we played Hudson Catholic up in Jersey City. Really great team, super well coached. The coach, he was kind of in the college ranks. He was at Duke and UMass, and kids were cramping up left and right, And I'm like, guys, like we got to get back on the field. We got to push through this. I know you guys are tired. I know we don't have really the rotations that other teams are fortunate enough to have and stuff. But I'm like, we got to do this. And luckily, especially with my O line and the D line guys, everyone's going both ways. Uh, Everyone's just looking to push through. So I think just from my experience, I'm able to kind of rub that off on my guys, and it just kind of sticks with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, it's very interesting to see like guys that have played, especially in college, what they take it with them into
Yeah.
coaching. So yeah, so with that said, is there anything else advice wise that you would maybe give a coach that's in a similar position you are, like a younger guy just trying to transition now?
Yeah, I think like my biggest thing at first is like I wanted to feel like I knew everything. It's like just never be afraid to ask questions, man. Never be afraid to reach out to other coaches and just like use your resources. It even outside football, it's all about who you know and stuff. And there's never a reason to not continue learning, continue reading, continue networking around stuff because so much of the information is invaluable and it just never hurts to ask. You can always grow even if it's not X's and O's, just like leadership or any of the like character traits that are just gonna make you a better coach. Because at the end of the day, we're here to service the kids. Obviously in the high school ranks, we're not in it for the paycheck. I promise you, we're not. We're just in it because we love the game, we love these kids, and we want to see them go on and lead. Not even just successful football careers, but football. I'm sorry, successful lives. Like we say in college, it's not about the next four, it's about the next 40. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good saying. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, that's really the main gist of what I wanted to talk about. Any last words you want to share with the audience?
No, man, yeah, it was a pleasure. I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited, for the rest of the season. We got about 10 games left and stuff. So hopefully everyone stays tuned with Blue High football.